Thank you so much for joining me. Tanner Holbrook here. Amber Twardy is with us, and you see traffic anchor David Cackley's here with us this morning as we're following breaking news at this hour where it appears some horses have got on the loose, and we're being very serious.
Yeah.
Horses were on the loose on the M6 freeway this morning.
It was between Byron Center Avenue and 131. They got loose. This is the first time I've been doing traffic reports on radio and TV since like 2002. So like way before you were born. And this is the first time I think since I want to say the mid to late aughts, I'm aging myself, since the last time I reported horses on the road. Occasionally you'd get cows that would wander.
Right.
I think we had a horse in the S curve once.
Okay.
I could be
which is a very odd place for that to happen.
Very weird. It doesn't usually happen. But you know, I grew up in Berry County. I grew up around farms, so you know, a cow or a horse getting loose wasn't that uncommon. But for it to actually make it to the M6 is more than a little bit weird.
Well, and so here's the setup, right? So we had them along M6. They came from a horse boarding facility off Wilson, just south of M6. This is all confirmed through authorities at this point. We're going to speak with the Kent County Sheriff's Office here in just a little bit. Here's a picture from MSP. They tweeted this out of one of the horses involved. Again, 15 horses. All of them at this point, we believe, are captured, and they're waiting on a horse trailer to get them back to the boarding facility. But again, so this happened along M6. I mean, we had horses near Eastern in M6. We had horses near Kalamazoo Avenue in M6. What was the traffic situation like during all of this, and what time did this all kind of start?
It's interesting because I didn't have anything confirmed. On my map, I saw you notice when I put up my traffic maps, you'll see green, and then occasionally you'll see yellow and red. And I noticed an area of yellow on the eastbound side of the M6. As I said, it was near 131 in Byron Center, in that area, and I didn't have anything specific. And then I got a phone call from one of the radio affiliates that I do traffic for as well, and they said, "Hey, yeah, we've got motorists calling in saying there are horses on the road." Okay. And I'm like, "Oh, that's weird." So then I clicked on one of the cameras, and then you could see a couple that had kind of wandered into the median.
There he is.
So yeah, it got
Well, there's one of them.
It looks more like a pony than a full adult horse.
Right. And of course, with how wet the weather was, you could kind of see the fur on the horse is a little wet there. So again, we have a lot of the horses cleaned up. Traffic probably resuming to normal, I would imagine.
I think it's getting there, but it's still, at last check just before I came in here, I don't think they've got them rounded up. As you said, they were still waiting on that horse trailer to get them all completely out of the way, but they shouldn't be in the road now.
Okay, well, so keep that in mind. Of course, you might run into a few slow spots along M6. Again, very close to the big 131 interchange. That is kind of a mess at this point in the morning anyway. So, yeah, just keep that in mind. And of course, we'll probably see authorities out there all, trying to get everything cleared up. Dave, we appreciate your insight.
Not a problem. It's my first time on the show. I feel like it was a success.
There you go.
And if you pony up the cash, I'll be here more often.
Oh, see, there you go. Just horsing around with Dave. We do want to bring in, though, our sergeant from the Kent County Sheriff's Office. That's Scott Dietrich, Sergeant Scott Dietrich, joining us live right now. Good morning, Sergeant. Thank you so much for being with us. We want to ask you, what's the current situation that we know about with the horses that were loose on M6 today?
Yeah, it's funny, like you said, sometimes you've got couple different animals. You might come across a cow. We've had anything from llamas to goats, horses over the years. This is my first one having this many horses as well. Around 7:30, we had 15 horses that did escape that facility. We're hearing it was one of the smaller ones opened a door somehow. They got onto M6, and they actually made it all the way out to Hannah Lake before they were all captured. Right now, all 15 of them have been loaded up into trailers and are on their way back there. The owner called us right away this morning to let us know that they were out and needed some help. We had citizens helping us. We had state police, animal control. All of us were out there. One of our sergeants actually is in charge of the mounted unit, so it was good having her out there helping us out. But yeah, we got them all back. Luckily we did. One of them was a endurance horse, so the owner said luckily that one wasn't in Detroit by now. So
Yeah, it sounds like that one could have made it far, so it was lucky you captured it when you did. Let's talk about just when you get that call over the scanner. Obviously, you guys all have radios on. When you hear that call go out for horses on a busy freeway in the middle of morning rush hour, I mean, what goes through your mind as a sergeant with the sheriff's office?
yeah, our first thought is safety. We don't want someone to hit one of these horses. Obviously, it's a very large animal. It's going to do a lot of damage. So priority is if we have to shut roads down to get them corralled safely, we will shut roads down, which we did have state police help us shutting down M6 to get them corralled. And we put a lot of manpower on it. I believe we had around 11 deputies and sergeants out there just trying to get as many people out there as we can right away to minimize the risk to the public.
Yeah, can you talk about the teamwork that it takes between all of the agencies involved here? Again, you mentioned state troopers were out there. You mentioned animal control was out there. What does that, teamwork across the different agencies look like from your end?
Yeah, teamwork. I mean, this goes from these back roads that we take care of onto the highway that MSP takes care of. So working with them, we had citizens calling in saying that they were capturing some of the horses themselves and letting us know where they were, and then trying to coordinate all the deputies where they can go to get ahead. We don't really carry anything in our bags to capture these animals. We sometimes have some dog leashes, but one of the deputies did end up using a rifle sling to try to get onto one of the horses so he could lead it to safety. So it's using teamwork, using resources, whatever we can to make sure that they're safe and everyone else is safe.
Sergeant Dietrich, I want to ask you, we were hearing that these came, of course, from a horse boarding facility on Wilson, which is south of M6 in that area. Where was the farthest point that you guys were finding horses at?
So the farthest point was M6 and Hannah Lake, which is quite far away.
Yeah.
So that's about a little over 6 miles.
Okay, and then of course we were hearing about reports of horses at M6 in Kalamazoo Avenue and M6, of course, in Eastern Avenue. I mean, you're talking a wide range where these horses kind of ended up here. And of course, we've mentioned that this was during a busy morning time, rush hour traffic, people trying to get to work or maybe school in the morning. Can you just speak to the traffic volume at that time and how that might have kind of hindered or maybe helped you guys in this scenario?
Yeah, I mean, you've got kids going to school, so buses are out, parents are out, people are trying to get to work. So lots of people out, which brings up the safety aspect of making sure that no one strikes one of these animals. Luckily, the sun was out, so it wasn't a danger that it was at night and you couldn't see the horses. But also it was good having a lot of people out there. We had a lot of people call and tell us where these horses were. We had some people that got out of their vehicles and assisted getting these horses corralled in an area where we could get a hold of them and get them out of the street. So huge teamwork effort by law enforcement, animal control, and the citizens.
Yeah, Scott Dietrich, is there anything else that we didn't ask you that you think would be important to include in our story today? Of course, I mean, obviously, this is just something that, we don't hear of very often, horses loose on a freeway.
Yeah, do what the owners did. They called us right away to let us know, and they're cooperating with animal control. Just making sure that we're aware of it so that we can try and help, and then getting as many resources. There were several people that were willing to bring out their own trailers to help get these horses back, which was a huge help to everybody.
Wow, so it really does sound like a teamwork effort, whether you are just a citizen in the area just trying to help out, or whether you are involved with the law enforcement and animal control effort to kind of control and mitigate the situation. Sergeant Dietrich, we always appreciate your time. Thank you so much for that update on, of course, the horse is loose. We appreciate it.
No problem. Take care.
All right, thank you. Just to recap, if you're just joining us, there were horses loose on M6 this morning in the area of US 131. I mean, as far as Hannah Lake, they were being reported seen, and of course, 15 horses are now back corralled in, and they're working on getting those horses back to where they belong, which was a boarding facility down on Wilson, south of M6. Very interesting stuff. And of course, one of the things that law enforcement and animal control had to contend with today was the weather. It's raining out this morning. Probably not fun for them.
Yeah, definitely not ideal. Not the type of Mustangs, Broncos you usually expect to see on the highway.
Exactly.